take us through what happened on that third goal? There's a lot of confusion. A lot of people didn't exactly know what happened. Can you walk us through it from your perspective?
Yeah, don't really remember too much. Just remember seeing a shot come in my face, and it's a crazy game sometimes. And you get some unlucky bounces that go your way, bounces that don't, and that one just took a deflection off my face. And the one time it hit my head and went into our goal. So
the reaction time from when you saw it to when it hit you was just...
Yeah, I had no idea. Didn't really see much of it, and obviously bounces can go the wrong way sometimes.
Walker, over here. In what ways do you think that play was sort of indicative of the way things went tonight for you? I mean, with all the chances you guys created, the way you played, the movement.
Right.
I think Real Salt Lake coach came in and said something to the effect of, in many circumstances, he could see them losing that game.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit just about the scope of it?
Right. It was a game where it seemed like everything that they did shoot on goal seemed to go in. I don't recall many saves that Tyler had to make, many chances that we were on our heels, other than the 3 goals. And you look at each one of them, and they're pretty soft or pretty unfortunate. And then you look at the chances that we created in this game, and had a lot of dynamic movement, a lot of crosses coming into the box, plays where we're almost 3 or 4 yards out and it gets blocked, or we miss the target, or things like that. And so soccer can be cruel sometimes, and I think we experienced that at its ultimate point tonight.
Wow. Piggybacking off that point, some of the losses you guys experienced this season, you weren't able to play your game, or you were outmatched. In a game where you're able to play LAFC's identity and have all of those chances and limit Real Salt Lake to the chances that they had, is it a silver lining or an extra sting right now in terms of how it turned out?
I think you're right in the fact that there have been some games where we may have lost, not really putting our best chances on the field, our LAFC football style, our ideas. You look at even the Kansas City loss, and it's a lot different. It's a lot different feel than what happened tonight. It felt like we were in control. We had a lot of good movement, a lot of good possession, some good chances, and never. I don't think we ever felt like we were going to lose that game or could lose that game. And so at the end, when the whistle blew, I think you could see on our faces just the shock of the cruelty and the reality of what our situation just was. And a lot of credit to our guys. I just want to thank every teammate for the effort that they put on the field tonight, and for the supporters and what they meant to us this season. It really made it a special year. And you even look at what we accomplished, and when you have a team that realizes at the end of the season that we still felt like we underachieved, that's pretty special, because we did a thing that not a lot of expansion teams or clubs have done, and we still walk away knowing that we have a lot more to be able to give, and we really felt like we had a team that was compiled to make a really serious run at an MLS Cup. And so it'll be tough to digest, but I'm really proud of year one, of what this team has accomplished, and the character of the guys that we have in the locker room, and the chemistry that's been developed over this first season. So it's been a really good run.
Jim, that said, being in this playoff atmosphere as a group, what will that do for this team going forward, for this group of guys?
It'll be a learning experience. Playoff games have a different mentality to them. And I think that this game will be one of those games you look back on and reflect on in the future and say, we've been there once, let's not let that feeling that we had after that Salt Lake game back in 2018, let's not let that happen again. And like I said, it's cruel, because sometimes you feel like you play well, you create chances to win the game, and you don't end up on the good side. But it'll be an experience. This is a lot of guys' first time playing a playoff game in MLS. So that's only going to help them moving forward in their career.
Is the last one for Walker? Walker, you do this long enough, and you're going to have games like this. It's the risk that you guys take, right? So I'm sure there's a lot of fans and players alike that are wondering, what do you do after this? And I want to know personally, like, where do you go from this? How do you take losses? Do you kind of move on from a season, or do you take time to really reflect about what happened here today?
So I had a youth club coach who taught me to play the game 3 times, and that's visualizing and playing it before. Second time is playing on the field, and the third time is reflection and going back through and analyzing what was done right, what was done wrong. Tonight will be no different. Analyze my individual performance, the team performance, see what we did well, use that as a learning experience, and then probably reflect on this year, see the ways that I can improve and prepare for an off-season of serious work, because when you're a professional, you want to reach the height of your potential, and for me, that's my motivation, is to see how high I can take myself in this game and this sport. And I'm sure there will be some rest there, but the focus in the off-season is how can I get better from year to year. And I think there were a lot of good strides for a lot of players on this team, and so the challenge is going to be how they can step up their game for next season. And so that'll be the approach for me, for a lot of guys, and I know everyone will kind of have that same mentality.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.